It is seriously so hot in Miri right now. Anyways, I just showered and I'm about to go to my sister in law's place. But before that, I need to update you guys on yesterday's reading update or reading pages. Anyways, yesterday I completed about like 39 pages or read about 39 pages, and 25 pages was from an arc that I literally just got approved for, and it is The Thief's Captive by R. Alexander, and it is a dark romance. I don't know if it's a dark romance, but basically it's a dark mafia. No, it's a mafia romance. Yes, yes. It's a mafia romance where Jade, which is the daughter of the US defense attorney, I think, got kidnapped because her dad was looking into a series of carjacking and illegal stuff, which was done by the Bratva gang, I think, which is a Russian gang. So obviously, romance will ensue. And the next book that I read was 14 pages, and it is for Bagaikan Putri by Ramli Awang Murshid. It took me a while to get into the flow. Like, yes, I know that I only read like 14 pages, but the reason for that is because the Malay that they used is kind of old school, so it was hard for me to understand. Like, there were some words that I didn't understand, kind of. I understood what it meant through context clues, but I didn't fully understand what it meant, if you get my meaning. But, anyways, yesterday was 39 pages of two books, and the reason for this is because after reading Project Hail Mary, I was just really indecisive. I read a bit of His and Hers, maybe a page, and I read a bit of Richard Osman's The Bullet That Missed, like another page, but nothing really hooked me, you know? So I was just kind of like taking a peek here and there of all the TBRs that I have just to see which one would stick. And yesterday I hung out with my best friend and she lent me a few books for me to read, and she says that she really enjoyed this series, the Strange series. Okay, the Strange series. So I got all three, I think. I don't know which one is the first one, but I'm reading Strange Houses, and I think Strange Buildings is the second one. I'm not sure about this. Strange Pictures. I don't know where this fits, but I'm just gonna read them all. And I read this today, the first one, obviously, today, and I'm like flying through it. It's so much fun to read because you just start right smack dab in the middle. And you're just wondering what the hell is going on. Like, how it's written, it just feels like a popcorn read, you know? You just can't stop reading, and you're just swept away by the whole mystery of it. Is it true? Is this a house that has serial killings going on? Is it not true? Then if it's not true, why is the house so weird? So I told you guys I start reading this today, and I'm already like 100 pages in because I'm currently at page 103. This book is only 197 pages. I'm already halfway through, essentially. Look at that. I'm just flying my way through. So I think since I'm going to my sister-in-law's house, I'm going to bring these two books for me to read there. Reading update time. It is 2:37 a.m. and I just got back home from my sister-in-law's place, and the reason for that is because I've been at my brother's house to use his TV to watch My Royal Nemesis. And honestly, let me just rant about My Royal Nemesis for a while. Episode 10. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was episode 10? I finished that episode at 12 a.m. I have been crashing out since 12 a.m. because what the fuck was the episode? I cannot. I just wanted like a happy, fluffy filler episode, you know? Just give me some fill. I just need something to heal my soul for a bit because we've been getting a little bit too much angst, you know, a bit too much. I just want to see them happy for a bit. And we got that for the first one and a half episode 9 and a half of episode 10. And I'm like thinking, okay, this is good. This is good. And that was my mistake. That was my mistake. I became complacent. I forgot this series, this K drama is only 14 episodes, not the usual 16. I became complacent. And because of that complacency, when that truck rammed into Suri and the grandpa, I was devastated. And then I saw the preview for episode 11. You're telling me that she went back to Joseon because you. She better not be back in Joseon. I will crash. I will riot. Okay? I will riot. I just. I need to calm down. Okay. I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm calm. Okay. So, reading update. I am happy to announce I finished this book, Strange Houses by Uketsu. I finished it. And honestly, I didn't even expect to finish it this fast. I started this book like this afternoon because I woke up late. And anyways, I started this, I think, 11 or 10 ish, and I finished it. It was such a fast read. I don't know what to rate this book because I definitely enjoyed it. This book, I read it so fast. I just flew through it. So I think I would give it a 4.5. I It doesn't feel like a 5 star for me. I would say 4.5. Yes. That is my rating, 4.5. And I would say I really enjoyed this book because, like I said, number one, I flew through it. Number two, I liked how the ending was kind of open ended. Like you can speculate more. You can either follow Uketsu's ending, which is it was a weird cult family murder thing going on where the branch family where the main family wanted to kill the branch family, and then the branch family wanted to kill the main family. You can follow that plot, or you can follow, yeah, Kurihara's version of it. Because I was so interested in the family tree and as well as the true ending that I started to scour Reddit, and there was even more speculations and theories of how the book ended and what was really going on. And I love it because everything could happen. The branch, basically Yuzuki, there's Yuzuki, Ayano, and Yoshi. These three women could have been the perpetrators, where they were originally from the sub family that wanted to kill the main family due to the main family killing the brother of Yoshi's grandmother. So it becomes like a whole revenge plot because in Uketsu's understanding and what he believed is that this all happened in happenstance. But then if you follow Kurihara's version of events or like his understanding of events, it becomes more sinister. And I like that version more because it makes more sense within the context of this world. I'm not going to spoil anything much, but I definitely recommend. This book is so fast for me to finish. If I can finish this within a day, you can definitely finish this within one sitting because trust me, once you read it, it just fly by. You just can't stop reading it. At least that's my experience. I start reading it and I just couldn't put it down. The only reason I put it down was because I wanted to eat and I had to drive to my brother's place. Okay, we're gonna do a bit of a reading update before I go for my jog walk. So, I am currently reading Strange Pictures by Uketsu. I was supposed to read the second installment of Strange Houses, which is Strange Buildings, but I left that at the office yesterday, and then I wanted to read something, so I picked this up. And so far, I am once again just flying through this book because this is my second day of reading it, and I'm already 116 pages, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm so far enjoying the mystery of it all because it's very snappy, it's very punchy. The mystery, you start right in the middle of nowhere, like right smack dab in the middle of the mystery, and it just asks you a question of like, oh, what are these strange pictures, what's going on? At first you're just kind of like, okay, so what with the strange pictures, like I don't really care. But then the more these two characters talk about it, the more I'm like, just wait a minute, let me hear y'all out, let me hear y'all out. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm a busybody, that's why these books really hit me right, because number one, I'm basically a makcik bawang. I'm like the newer generation, the newer installment of a makcik bawang. So I'm just kepoing in everybody's business. So when they talk about this mystery, at first I didn't really care about it. I was like, okay, so what with these blog posts and the weird pictures, like, okay. And then the more they talk about it, the more I'm like, oh, so you say the mother died during giving birth, but then she predicted it, and then the husband was being sus, and then there was just a 3-year gap before the last blog post, and then just the end. At first I was a bit skeptical with the plot because we do jump around from different POVs. The first POV was between Kurihara and his friend. What is the grandmother's name? Naomi and Yuta. And then I'm just like thinking, okay, I don't understand why we are following this mother's POV. What does she have to do with the main plot? Up until towards the end, it was like shown that Naomi is actually the mother-in-law towards Yuki, which is the woman that died during childbirth. And then we realized that the husband died. So now I'm like, okay, so the mom died, the dad died. What's going on? Will the son die? What is this? What is this? What is happening with the curse around Yuki? And then it just reels you in the more you read it. So hence why I've just been flying through. I swear, my job is getting in the way of my reading, but since the job is the main way I get to read, because that's how I pay for my books, I don't have a choice. So that is the reading update for now, and I'm going to go do my marathon training. I am here to do an update on Tuesday's reading update. Even though whilst I'm filming this right now, it is 12:02 a.m. on a Wednesday. But I just finished this book, so we're just going to do this on a Tuesday update. I don't know why I'm rambling, but anyways, main point is Tuesday reading update. And for Tuesday's reading update, I finished this book. I finished Strange Pictures by Uketsu. I give this book a 4 stars out of 5. And surprisingly, even though I rated both of these books, Strange Houses and Strange Pictures, they're both 4 stars in my opinion, but I enjoy this book more. This for me is a far more enjoyable book as opposed to Strange Houses. And the reason for this is because I feel like with Strange Houses, I have to suspend my disbelief a bit too much. I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just put it at that. I just felt it's still enjoyable. I still like the writing style in Strange Houses. It's just that because I have to suspend my disbelief too much, that I'm like, sure, I'm okay. That's how I felt. It was just like, all right, I'm just gonna believe whatever you say. But it's different for Strange Pictures because I feel like with Strange Pictures, the storyline is more cohesive, it's tighter compared to Strange Houses, and it's more relatable because I don't have to suspend my disbelief too much. Yes, the plot was a bit crazy, it was really out there, but not as out there as Strange Houses. It felt more realistic to me. I can imagine this really happening somewhere out there, you know, some crazy nut job. It has the possibility to do all these nasty things that happen in this book. No spoilers, not going to spoil anything. But yeah, I felt like with Strange Pictures, the relationship dynamics, the characters felt more real, felt more relatable. I fell for the red herring. I completely fell for it. I did not see the plot twist coming, and I did not see who was the true perpetrator. Okay? Let's just put it at that. And the reason for this is okay, another thing that I like about this book, and it connects to why uh, I couldn't figure out who was the perpetrator is because of the writing style. The writing style, it's non-linear. You know, it's non-linear, number one. Number two, you're reading it from different characters' perspective. The first section of the book, let me check. Basically, we open with a psychologist, psychiatrist talking about one of their um, patients. And you're just wondering, like, okay, I don't know where this is going, but sure, I'm sure it's important. And then you go into chapter one, The Woman in the Wind. And The Woman in the Wind is about like Kurihara and his friend, his uni friend, talking about this blog post that Kurihara found, I think. They're talking about the blog post. He's like saying, "It's isn't it a bit weird? Let's check it out." And so they checked it out, and it really is weird. And they figured out like there's five pictures in like the blog post that it just looks weird. Like it's just something is off about it. You know, nothing is too overt. It just something was off about it. And then in the next chapter, you have chapter 2, The Smudged Room. And this one, we go into Naomi Kano? Kono? Naomi's perspective, and she's talking about how hard it is to live as a single mother. She misses Hotaru, and so I assume that's her husband. She has a child named Yuta, and you're just like thinking, okay, like I don't understand where chapter 2 is gonna fit. And I was already feeling a bit iffy in this section because, like I said, I didn't know how it would fit together, and I thought it was going to be like an anthology, and I already don't really like anthology in reading format. Obviously, you have to. Basically, I don't like anthology stories in a book. I like them in manhwas or mangas, but not writing. You know? So I thought, okay, where's this gonna go? I was already feeling a bit iffy, but then I thought to myself, I really like strange houses, so I'm just gonna put my trust into the author. And then in chapter 3, The Art Teacher's Final Drawing, we follow different characters. And this one is about Iwata. He is a recent high school student graduate. He just graduated high school and he wants to be a reporter. And so he immediately went to a newspaper company and he just like said, okay, I want to apply. I want to be a reporter. Please hire me. And they hired him, but to do admin stuff. And there he meets Kumai, who is his senior colleague. And then, you know, they start working together. And then one day, like Iwata wants, tells Kumai that he wants to quit his job because he wants to be a freelance journalist. And the reason for this is because he wants to know what happened to his high school teacher. Like his high school teacher was the one teacher that really took care of him when he was going through hardship because he was not only an orphan, but they lived in poverty. So this teacher is the one that helped him out with food, that listened to him when he needed somebody to talk to. So he just wanted to know what happened. Was he murdered? Like, it was just weird, okay? So he starts looking back into the teacher's life and what happened and recreated the scene of the murder or where the body was found. And then in the last chapter, we finally have the bird safe in the tree. And this is where all these different POVs and what I assume to be at that time different plots come together. And when it came together, then it finally clicked in this little brain that it was one story, that everything was finally clicking together. But how it was written, it just felt like different characters talking about different things. So that's how the author managed to hide the true perpetrator. So kudos to the author. Enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed. I feel like this is the best one yet. But then again, I haven't read Strange Buildings, so I'm not too sure. Well, I look so oily, but that's not the point. The point is reading update time. So I'm currently reading Strange Buildings by Uketsu, and I'm already page 160. I started this yesterday, I think. No, I started it 2 days ago. Because I remember on the first day I read 30 pages, second day is about I read up until 70, and now today I'm at 160. And I think I understand why people don't really like the third book as much as the first two, because the third book does feel more of an anthology where every, I don't know if it's chapters, but every chapter is a different story from different people. And when you're reading it, you really don't see how these stories connect to one another. So you're just reading it thinking, okay, what's going to happen next? How is this going to connect? And then I do feel pretty tired of reading all these, what I presume right now to be unconnected stories. But now at page 160, I can see that they might be connected after all, because it says here, the Hall of Rebirth, the Hall of Rebirth seems to be connected to the house where it happened, and Uncle's house is slightly connected to the Hall of Rebirth and to the story that is file number 1, the Hallway to Nowhere. So now I just need to figure out, and the house from where it happened, which is in file 5, is kind of connected to the watermill in the woods. So now I just need to figure out how they are all connected. But I think I'm only going to figure it out by reading Kurihara's deductions. So that is the update. So today is Saturday, and I have finished Strange Buildings by Uketsu. I finished this yesterday, and my rating for that book is 3.5 out of 5. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. So I think I'm going to stick with 3.5 out of 5. The reason for this is because unlike Strange Houses and Strange Pictures, I didn't enjoy it as much. Like, I would rate Strange Pictures number 1, Strange Houses number 2, and the third one is obviously Strange Buildings. And the reason for this is because I didn't get an emotional connection. Like, there is no emotional attachment between me and the characters in the book. So when the plot twist came, I was just okay. I was like, I thought it was wild. I thought the plot twist was wild. I thought the overall plot was wild. But I didn't feel anything basically. Aside from, oh my god, that happened. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, aside from that feeling, I didn't, it was more of like, I didn't feel anything. I was just like, this is such a wild story. But other than that, the things that I did enjoy about the book is obviously the writing. I liked how all the stories, the 11 files that we were reading in the first half of the book, it didn't feel like it was connected, but towards the end, once you read Kurihara's deductions, you can see how it started to connect with each other and why it happened and how it happened. It was wild, but it was still a fun read. Um, but I do genuinely feel like the plot twist and the reveal of everything and how everything's connected is a bit, I wouldn't say ludicrous. I would say, I don't know, it just feels like that's such a convoluted way to get revenge on somebody. I'm not going to spoil it. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say like how after everything was revealed, it was a bit crazy to think that this whole plot was done so somebody can get revenge on another somebody. So anyways, after this, since it's still a Saturday and I'm going to do overtime today, so I'm going to go back to the office in the evening. I'm going to read Thief's Captive by R. Alexander.